Symphony featuring Zara Ladrick, and so it's a song to fight coronavirus. Wasn't that cute? Cool music, beautiful music, piece of music. And what's even important, what makes it beautiful, is the fact that kids, it was children, you know, who performed it great. And I particularly like the violin. And so 4 goals is called a hall, 5 is called a glute, 6 is called a double hat trick, Marimfi. Because if you are sister, no, that's not more than a child. No, baby, that's 6 years. And so 7 is called a whole hat trick. So this is how we introduce you to the chatty segment here on the show today. We're looking at the effect of coronavirus on businesses and sports. You know, so I've been joined. But let me start off by introducing the much younger Boga. Oscar is in the eyes.
It's melted, man.
Oscar, good to see you.
Good. Even now it melts at the airport.
Airport,
so,
and the heat.
It doesn't last.
And so welcome, good to see you again.
Thank you.
What have you been up to since the last time you were here? Anything?
Yeah, I think that's the reason why we are here as well, isn't it? The coronavirus has really made things very slow everywhere. Things have slowed for businesses. Everybody is trying to find different ways of doing things and surviving in the market. So things are pretty a bit slow, but we are still in there, still doing what we have to do to survive in these difficult times.
Great. And so we're surviving, and next to him is a man who ran away from Ghana to UK for only God knows how many months. He's back. That's what I remember once I did. See, I'm going to say, Coach!
Yeah.
It's like,
Bogo.
Good to see you again.
Thank you very much.
How have you been? You look well.
So?
You don't look a day over 60.
Oh, right?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I thank my God.
Welcome.
Thank you.
How has so when you came in, the Ghana Premier League has started. So you've seen a number of games, but now, so tell us about your experience so far with the Ghana Premier League, and then we'll get into the coronavirus.
Actually, when the league started, I was in London, but I was monitoring the league from there, Facebook and other gadgets. I think so far it hasn't been bad.
Okay.
Very exciting, and we have moved from the olden age of protests and the referees cheating and that sort of thing. So I think we are on a good track. But as far as the hooliganism aspect of it should be tackled now to make it 100%. Okay. That's the only bane of the football we are playing now. But look at Legon cities, you know, the way they excite the whole league. They bring artists to come and play.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and then women are free to enter.
Yeah.
Small boys are free to enter. But that's discriminatory. How do you ask? How do you ask the men to pay and the women to go free?
Pay.
You know?
Pay and go inside. Pay.
You go with your partner and go and buy. She will chop this in Kinchinga. PK.
So Coach, let me find out from you. Olympics is 3 points, boardroom, and 3 goals.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on it?
You see, protests in games are also part of the game.
Of course.
Olympics would not have protested if there had no cause for that. And don't forget that if you are dealing with litigants, you must know.
Oloboy, he knows the law.
Oloboy knows the in and out of the FA there, you know. But my worry is the management of the league system, what do call them, who didn't capture that little bit of the name that actually popped up.
Okay.
The
young man who played, yes.
You know, and they should have prompted them. Hitherto, if you had 3 yellow cards, a club will be prompted by the FA. Yeah. You don't have to field this guy in the next match. But if you go on to do it, then it's at your own peril. But I don't know what happened in this case, you know. And but for me, ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Article 33 is a
so
subsection.
If Oli has protested, it means they have a case for it. Then the disciplinary committee have held it.
They will go to cast, they will go anywhere.
Oh, the fact is that we don't want the situation where King Faisal Olympics took the FA to court,
Yeah.
and then the mother of all suspensions was the number 12. That suspended everything. Now we are back. The love is still coming. Then all of a sudden, somebody will take the matter to court, and then they will abrogate the league again. No, we don't want that. Of course, it's very painful to take a point from the boardroom when you have to take it on the field. But like I said,
plus 3 goals.
Yes, like I said, laws are made to guide. So if you kick against the law,
all right.
Yeah.
All right. So if you kick against the law, you go into quarantine if you kick against the laws of protecting yourself as far as COVID-19 is concerned. And so let me start off with you, Oscar. COVID-19, coronavirus. Taxi driver be offer me Saturday. I say, hey, madam, colonial virus. I say, Miss Ria, can be after this? I laugh. Also, colonial virus. Madam, yes, I get it. We are finished this Sunday, very on my mystery. But bottom line is that colonial virus now, you have to deal with it.
Yes.
Let's start off with what really is it?
So this coronavirus disease, what that's the experts say that is a respiratory illness that can be spread from person to person, and I think that is how difficult it is for us to really contain it, because we are a society that we love.
A society of hugging
handshaking
and all that.
Handshaking. I remember I went to a funeral about 2 weeks ago, and the kind of handshakes you need to shake and I'm like, even that time it doesn't happen in Ghana, but I'm now looking at it and I'm like, look at how we easily expose ourselves to some of these things. So and it's very difficult because you see the mind is programmed in such a way that we have been used to handshaking for a long time. So now we need to reprogram it within a short space of time. And I think it's very difficult because for instance, before I realized, I still...
You were shaking?
Yes, and before I realized, I have to withdraw it. Why? Because we've been shaking hands for so long a time that we cannot just change overnight. But what we are trying to tell people is that they need to be very cautious. They need to be very careful. They need to think about each other. And we should play by the rules for the first time. Because if we are not able to contain this, I don't think how we're going to cope as a country.
All right. Coach, now, no footballing activities now, no sporting activities. Some have said the FA should have made this announcement sometime last week, even before the president came out to tell the whole Ghana that we were not going to have any gathering with people more than 25. Kayo, more 25, but it's an offense. We're breaking law. 26 and 25 and half. Still 25. You can't be more than that. And even that was someone to protect him, to ensure. See, we're not talking about it because Gloria, I want us to be safe, all of us protect ourselves. So, Coach, in a football setting, for instance, we've had footballers. Managers and Mikel Arteta, club presidents all over the world, Olympiacos, for example, we can use that as an example. And so due to that, Mikel Arteta contracted at Arsenal, it went on. And now we've been told that Espanyol has got 35% of their management and playing team. They have coronavirus, 35%. That's how bad and how difficult it is. And so for you as a sports person, not even football person, the NBA too, Kevin Durant happens to be the latest victim of a coronavirus, so the New York Knicks. And so for you as a sports person, how has this coronavirus affected us?
Well, it's heartbreaking, and we have come to live with it. That's force majeure. There's nothing that can be done about it. We didn't say it should come. And you see, in the sporting circles, the entertainment factor we missed.
Yes.
See, weekend people go to the stadium to go entertain themselves. Now you can imagine how dull Sundays will be when even churches will not even have to go. Yeah, the churches will not even go to church. Otherwise, the pastor will say, okay, I have only 25 people in the church. Because if you take even 26, it's like a total driver overloading. The policeman will tell you have overloaded your vehicle. Then they have to take you to court. Why? This is from the president. It's not easy. You know, as a father of the nation, he saw the wisdom in it. And he is not the only person. Other heads of states all over the world are also taking precautionary measures. Now, the players normally contract this because of the way we hug. You see,
and how they celebrate.
Yes,
right?
Celebrate, and sometimes even the way they speed on the pitch.
Yes.
You know, sometimes with the sweat on.
Yes.
It's very terrible. You know, so they are the vulnerable in the society. So it's good that the football has been put on hold for everybody to rest at home, but to take precautionary measures like the head of state and other paramedicals have instructed. You know, you take it as me, so I am okay. No, it takes 4 days in you.
7 cases.
Yes, 4 days in you not see the symptom. Then 2 weeks time, it blows. That is the dangerous aspect of it. So the washing of hands, like you said, I saw you demonstrating.
Yes,
Doctor.
Coronavirus is ambassador.
Yeah, very important. You know, so sometimes somebody will have to offer the hand to forsake. Say, hey, then withdraws that AW. You see, so it's a good thing for the head of state to come up with this. And you know, I think the FA was contemplating playing the rest of the 2 matches before going on break. Before the head of state came out with the announcement.
That announcement was done.
So it means we have 2
night.
matches more to play. But for the human aspect of it, we don't like it, but it is come. So we have to abide by it. You know.
All right, and so before we get into how bad it's affecting our businesses all over the world, we're going to have a look at what Kumasi Asante Kotoko has done right, you know, educating their players and their staff, you know, on the virus.
The state is Omoko. So the other thing was that Yaranaba. So far, they recorded 6 cases. But I mean, say a bro, Yan to mobile, and also, especially what happened Legon, for a student, I collected for 4 days. What does it? And the students never also free one to the court, the hostel. But Uma in who wanted it. And also, make a bit of a dose. Want to say, you better over the positive. Your fun is a your quiet fun is will be out. So you have to take precautionary measures. So the kind of we are quiet and for so with a say if you are dropping one now, before say I can't whatever took us, let's drop in one before. Yeah. Oh, the probability is there, you know, don't come here. The probability is there, you know, any low, that's a problem. But don't run the loss. One, you should avoid handshaking. 2, say he is sneezing. He doesn't, he is sneezing too. Yeah. So one given will be sneezing after that. What is Cardi? Then we are Rosa. And yes, if you are the one of those Rosa. It doesn't move your tree. I wish you more. Not Rosa. And I who know we all. As a or experience it. Same one, no, yes, that's fever. There's a Ocasio and a home and way in a day. I want to suspect to be user. With my friend, will be as a woman will be a helper with my friend. But one got there. Brazil be at any panel. How I don't know. My record one case, or was it? So, awareness. Yaranaba. Well, that's a was really our own way. There's a worst friends I in India. Shed them, one shed them. No, to avoid your family. What up with your family? Oh, yeah. Say, I will watch friends as a say, I will. It will. A man of family, oh, yeah. So, we are friends as assassin to you. Why quarantine? What does it? Yes, sir. What do we spread there? Spread it. Family. It will be our one offer. See, I said, TV, I'm more Because if you involve your family, it will spread. But I say.
Players, they've gotten the education. Have something. Hopefully you have, because we're doing a lot of education here on the show. Hopefully, no, we're seeing baby kaka. And so now we're moving on to our businesses in Oscar. I went to the market on Monday. I will tell you the amount of things people were buying and hoarding. And maybe you're telling me, say, hey, me more cry asa. People have been buying. Now, is it that are people so afraid? Or they think what is it? How is it affecting our businesses?
I think because of the experiences other countries are already having, people are having that. They are having that sense that there is the potential it can also happen in Ghana.
Food shortage.
Yes, food shortage. Yes, but people want to hoard. They don't want to get to the stage where they say nobody should go out, like what is happening in other countries like China and Italy and all those kind of places. So people want to really secure themselves.
Honestly, me, I've stored a few things, not because of the COVID-19, but every time, just so
the fact is that you can't blame them because it's human nature. Everybody wants to really think ahead and really want to be secured in life. So I think I was watching City TV and they were talking about even now people are not coming to the market the way they have to come. Like,
but on Monday,
somebody said that 11 o'clock he has not made any sale. And this is like, so it's two ways now. People are buying, you are making the money now, so probably you are also getting shortage, but they are also getting more that they can really hang on for some time. And now there is the supply chain. Now there is a lot of challenges. I was reading somewhere where Apple is not getting the iPhones that they need because their company in China, that's the Foxconn, has been shut down. And this is going to affect all of us in one way or the other. A lot of Ghanaian businesses, they get their stuff from China. Now, if the supply chain, there are challenges. And today, my stock is finished. Some of them, they are saying that the factories that they get their products from, they have been given 120 days before they can get supply. And 120 days is how many? It's 4 months. It's 4 months. It's 4 months. So 4 months from now, if your stock is finished at your warehouse, what are you going to do? So there is a lot of
deployment. People will get redeployed. You can't say you're being co-ready, right? What's the right word?
Of course. So yes. So
redundant.
Redundancy.
Yes. So of course, if you cannot pay salaries for some time,
because you can't come and sit down for 4 months and meet you.
Of course. And I think this is where sometimes the government also needs to come in. There have to be some stimulus into the economy, into small businesses, giving them some really support in terms of finance and other resources that can help businesses to sustain themselves within this short period of time. Because you see, businesses need to take appropriate steps. Like I like what Kotoko they have done. Every business should really put it out there how they are fighting this coronavirus. I went to a company, and they are one of my business training partners, and they've done something fantastic. They've got their core team. Their core team are the team that really make sure that the business runs. Without them, the business cannot run. Now they have gone to get a place for their core team, about 6 bedroom, where they have really put them that they want to distance themselves from this social contact. Now the thing is that if you don't protect your core team and they get the virus, your business is automatically shut down. So this is a step that some businesses are taking, and I was applauding them for taking that bold step. Now their non-core team are working from home. And you have to really be updating them your rounds so that they can really make informed decisions.
So virtually people are using technology to do stuff.
Technology is now the order of the day. It's like now if your business is you are just offline doing your business offline, you need to move to the online space so that people can order your business, your product and services without having social contact. So there have to be a way of working around this. I always say that there is no problem, there is no challenge, that there is no way around it. The way around it might be challenging, but it's still the best way to go. We have to find alternative ways of doing things, and that is the only way we can really fight this battle.
All right, Coach. Now we've seen the likes of Barcelona, and Real Madrid, and Manchester United, and Chelsea. They've all gotten. They say be in isolation, but they've got training regimens for their players, and so you're not in isolation, just sleeping, just still working. We saw Junior Firpo, who's converted his house from into a gym, and he's just kicking around. By the time the league returns, I wonder why are they off. But here in our country, what are we doing to ensure that the players do not remain dormant? They're not, because now we're all going into, some form of isolation now.
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
Yeah. You see, the fear factor is there. Now the players are afraid even to come into contact with their colleagues. Now in Europe, they have put measures in place, but we don't have those measures here.
Yeah. Personal trainers for each player and all that.
You don't have it here. How much are they paid if you employ somebody from Kolebu to come and take charge of your team?
So, Dania,
so what we do is you have to create an awareness. There should be the creation of awareness, what you should do and what you should not do. And see, I heard some teams saying they are camping their players and blah blah. You see,
Campo players now they're more than 25.
Yes, and they are more than 25. You see, you want the core team to 25 players. So for me, I think is the measures that to be taken into consideration. Like when we are saying of, staying away for about 1 month or 2 months. Even when you are playing the league, salaries are not coming, bonuses are not coming, and then they tell you go home for 1 month. It's a relief to the management. If you call, they'll be tossing you. That's another aspect of it, where the players are going to be hit hard. So for me, I think it's the awareness that we have to create.
Yes, the awareness, but how would they be able to keep their players fit? Some are going through virtual, online. Look at that. They're sending you, because schools are now using online materials to teach children. They send emails to parents. They say, okay, so we're doing lesson 1. They send you the link.
Yeah.
What are we doing? In our football.
Yeah, in Ghana.
Send the videos.
In Ghana, I know a few clubs that some few players who take up the training by themselves. Okay. They go to the beach to run. They run the hill at Makate Hill. Some go to do their own training. Some go to the gym. They are not sitting idle. They will miss because they know that somebody will say, "Where be Yalebeko?" It will go by all means.
Fitness.
Yeah,
so still there?
So you have to go and do your own, training program. And you don't have to do it, because if you want to come and join House of Folk or Kotoko, you do your private training before coming to join them to get that fitness. So why don't you go back to that and do the training?
Okay.
And there are lazy ones too. Oh, I see, I don't know. You eat and sleep. You put on weight.
First
the training has been so tedious that he feels that he's free. He has to enjoy. But they have to go by the training regime. The coach should draw, or the physical trainer should draw a training regime for the players.
That's why I want.
You go by this. That we shall be monitoring you. So at times you call them for just a brief skirmishes here and there. Then they go back to make sure that you monitor them. I think that's the best thing that you can do to help the players.
And so if you're in a team, do your best by yourself, Wankasa, right? Do your best, and we have to wrap it up. But before we do, we've got some of your messages coming in. And Oscar, the businessmen and women. Now you've mentioned a business that's gone the extra mile to isolate some of your staff and some working from home. What else can that woman who sells Jane Kakra and Tusu Kakra, what can they do? Speak to those people as well.
So I think they also have to take precautionary measures. For example, I took an Uber before Uber really announced that they are also suspended their services. And
that thing I hear is not true.
It's not true, right? I just saw it somewhere. But anyway, but I took an Uber, and immediately I sat in the Uber. The Uber driver had a sanitizer, and I think this is the way it has to go.
Right.
So the market women and everyone, look, we buy this water 20 pesos to drink. You get more that you can use to wash your hands with soap. Good. Right? Good. Get sanitizer around you. Good. You see, what my challenge is that, you see, on an ordinary day in Ghana, pregnant women are on the floor sometimes at Kolebu, right? Yeah. So can you imagine we have about 2,000 cases just in Accra? Wow. Are we ready to really contain this? So ours, we have to be strict on precautionary measures. Okay. Because when we get to a certain stage, it will be very difficult for us to contain it. Because one, we don't have the infrastructure. One, we don't have the resources. Two, we don't have the human capital to deal with this situation.
You know, talk about that in countries like Italy, northern Italy, hospitals now, your mama, now they have tents outside, and some of them feel like, okay, so this is not the hospital. They're feeling cold and all that, and so
can you imagine ours? Yeah. So I think we need to take precautionary measures, and I also know that some businesses are now quadrupling their prices, multiplying it by hundreds. I know
sanitizer.
I know there is a demand and supply here, but I think people need to be realistic in terms of their pricing, because you see, if you are really costing too much on a sanitizer that another person cannot buy, and because of that person gets infected and you also get infected, then where are we going? Because you are going to be at a loss and that person too will be at a loss. So that your money that you want to make, you still use it to cure yourself. So we have to be really realistic about this, that though there is demand, we should be we should really know how we increase our prices.
All right, thank you very much, Coach.
I'm not surprised that the prices of appetition will shoot high.
Because you're using it to wash your hands.
You know, and
but
then ginger and what do you call it? The other one you use
garlic.
The prices will shoot up, because these are measures that people are saying we should be using. I mean, to curtail the problem. So I think, like I said, it's awareness. It's awareness. So let everybody be on his or her toes. That it's real. The disease is real.
Yes.
So we don't have to joke with it at all.
Yes.
All right. The disease is real. Don't joke with it at all. And so we'll wrap it up with your messages now. This one says, hello, GTV Sports Plus. My name is Cyril from Kwabenya. Wanted to know if you could add me to your group. I promise to adhere to the rules. Otherwise, I accept to be kicked out. Good. We will add you. Cyril. Yes, me and me with it. Do I be some? And so this one says, good morning, Gloria. This is your regular viewer, Eric Pepper. Oh, hi, name from Commander Kumase in the Central Region. And you say, could you use your medium to tell Mr. President to come again about his the BC candidates going to school? Okay, so you have got questions. If you've got, I think if you've raised it, they're listening to it and they will address it. And you say that since the coronavirus is not a respecter of JHS or teacher or the candidates preparing for the exams. Okay, but Masa, if you have to, not more than 25 in class, I think, I hear, prepare well, adhere, wash your hands, have your sanitizers, and if you need a mask to cover your face, do that, because exams but then I'm sure the Ministry of Education and the government are looking at what to do to help you. And so this one says, please, I want to know why Tyson Fury has been banned. Hey, Tyson Fury has me time but let me go on with some of the messages. This one says, I'm very happy that the EPL was not cancelled because I don't know what will happen to if Liverpool did not lift the trophy this year. Hey, Liverpool for life. And it's coming from Manes inside Koforia Tinkong. Okay, good morning, Sister Gloria. I must confess that you and GTV Sports Plus crew are doing great work. I love watching you and what you feed us with the lovely sports updates. Thank you very much. And it's coming in from a while at Iran clinic, Akwete man, Iran clinic. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate the fact that we've got feedback from viewers like you. This one says, Auntie, please, if the virus catch you, how can you see that you have the virus? And it's from Manucho from Jamestown. Some of the symptoms, Manucho, you will get headache, you will get a flu, your temperature will go very high, you might have body aches and all that. And so Manucho, once you see that, oh fine, yeshibami jofe, no yeah, hospital, not check up, okay? So that it could be a common cold. When you get to the hospital, you're tested and like a common cold, that you're better off than not knowing, and then you spread it. Remember, if you have to sneeze, go that way. If you don't have a tissue which you will dispose of, we're going to talk about that tomorrow, but it's still what it is. And so if you need time, and so this one says, to God be the glory, Sister Gloria, for our lives. And it's from Mike 1 in Cocoa. But Mike 1, we appreciate you.